Life as a stay-at-home dad has had its challenges, and getting back into the gym has been one of the biggest ones. But I'm determined to make it happen and inspire other parents to do the same. Let's dive into my story. About 6 years ago, after a tough breakup and retiring early, I found myself in San Diego with all the time in the world to think about all the things I didn't want to think about. So I dove into fitness pretty heavy. Going to the gym 2 to 3 times a day, I had an insane routine of doing fasted cardio in the morning, followed by a yoga session, and then come back later and do weightlifting in the afternoon. Then meeting my wife was a game changer. She introduced me to the concept of macros, and I transformed my diet. With her support, I went from 150 pounds of skinny fat to a solid 215 pounds at 13% body fat. But then came kids, and my focus shifted. I've now dropped to about 197 pounds, and my body fat is probably around about 18%. Now it's time to get back on track. Today marks the start of a new journey. This is the beginning of my gym vlog series aimed at stay-at-home parents who want to regain their fitness but maybe have limited time. I'm going to try to keep all of my workouts to an hour or less, including warm-up. So let's get started with my first back day workout. I like to start with a solid warm-up to get the blood flowing. I go into the stairs usually for about 10 minutes it just depends on what speed is comfortable for you. I'll either go between 5 or 7 depending on the day. It's all about consistency and pushing through even when it gets tough. So make sure you do at least try to get your 10 minutes in regardless of what speed you do it at. And then I like to move into some key back and arm exercises to kind of just warm up and stretch out the muscles. I like to start my sessions off with my hardest lifts, which is usually something with body weight. So up first today is pull-ups. This being my first day back, I just kind of went easy and did 4 sets of 5. I usually try to do 4 sets of 10, but I'm nowhere near getting that done right now. If you're currently not able to do pull-ups, lat pull-downs are also a great way to exercise the same muscles until you are. I'll usually go about 75% of my max weight and then kind of slowly increase it on sets of 3, doing about 4 with both arms, then a 4 individually, and then 1 to 2 after that with both arms. I also like to do a couple sets of a closer grip, more chin-up style variation of pull down, just to kind of work the more middle lats and upper trap areas, just to kind of get a better pump in those areas. After pull downs, I like to go into a seated row either on the cables or on the plated machine. I'll usually do about 4 sets at, again, about a 75 to 80% body weight, increasing it over each set, going for about 8 to 10 reps per set. Getting a little busy, so I didn't actually get to record me doing dumbbell deadlifts and working with the cables, but I always want to make sure you work out your lower back just as much as you work out the upper and middle. After rows, I like to do seated back flies. Again, 3 to 4 sets at about whatever your 80% max is, making sure that you can do full rotation without a lot of strain. You don't want to really try to go too heavy on these. You just want to get good form and make sure you're getting a tight squeeze when you're at full extension. After flies, I like to do lat and front delt raises. You can do them separately. I like to do them together to kind of just build a connected muscle memory, but either or. Again, 3 to 4 sets at a good weight where you're not swinging the weights around and you don't want to go super heavy. You just want to focus on good form and getting a good squeeze at full extension. I usually do a couple other auxiliary workouts with like some curls, some triceps, but again, like I said, the gym was getting kind of packed and social anxiety was setting in. Filming in the gym is very new and kind of weird for me, but I'll get better as we go on, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.